I just realized why the anti-gun people are anti-gun and the well, not the pro-gun, well, maybe pro-gun, but there's a few things. The reason they're pro-gun, they like to shoot. It's fun to shoot. They feel they need protection. They feel they might need protection, or they just have protection just in case. And the anti-gun people are popular, and it's like they have no they have no enemies except the ones that are like in those sparse groups, like whatever, some weird, whatever they are. They're just weird groups, and they feel like they're oppressed because society or whatever. But most of the people that are anti-gun, most of them are real popular and think, nobody hates them. They're like, oh, my life is perfect. Why do these people, why do these people? And it's the difference between not choosing a crowd, where popular people choose their crowd, and the others which is basically, if you choose a crowd, I guess you're being I don't know if it's prejudice. It could be. It's also what is it? Oppressive, because you're not allowing everybody their right. They might have people that pick and choose. Real popular people. They have people pick and choose who they should talk to and stuff like that, and they just live in that kind of life, and everything's perfect for them. Whereas the rest of the people, they either are in between, where they just have their groups and they have circle and that's all they do. And then there's the people that just for one reason or another, just there's people that just don't like them. They might speak their opinion, their own personal opinion or whatever, and people they just take a dislike to them. Just because they're not being part of a popular group or something like that. That's what I'm figuring is why there's anti-gun and pro-gun, because pro-gun, they feel they either like it or they feel it could be a necessity, or it's possibility that it is a necessity. And the anti-gun are just nothing's. The only people that are gonna bother them are people with guns, because that's all. It's just like some like far away. They're totally not even close to the subject. They're just looking at it from a far away distance because they think, oh, we got to stay far. It's just like discriminating. They're discriminating against people that like guns. It's just like they discriminate who they talk to, discriminate who they're around. They'll hang around in groups as long as they're the star of the group, and they'll speak to others in a speech like area. I don't think they mingle with anybody less than them for very long, because it might something rub off on them and it wouldn't be as good any. So I think that's the reason they think there's no need for people to have guns, because they go, oh well, look at the people here, they're gangs and stuff, and they kill or this side and the other. That's the reason they have guns. And so anybody who has guns is just like them. They're in gangs and they just want to go out and kill, and anybody with a gun just wants to kill. How about you want to protect? You don't want to kill, you want to protect. You want to keep, like, you discriminate. They don't necessarily discriminate who they're around and stuff, or they don't have the ability to discriminate who they're around, as do real popular people who discriminate all the time on. That's basically where a lot of the oppressed kids in school and probably all this school stuff comes from these popular people discriminating against others. And that's where all these it's their oppressive discriminating behavior is what is setting these people off in all these school shootings. So and it goes down their kids, and and that just transfers into the it's just you're not going to see a guy that goes hunting or shooting that's going to say you know, not talk to somebody because, but in school, there's people, they call them stuck up and stuff like that. They don't want to talk to anybody that's not of their group. And I think that's where that, they discriminate against people, and that's probably where they shoot. It's got to be the attitude and the aggravation. They love aggravating. If they get somebody in their sights, it's bothering them, or they said something that's better than or doesn't put them in a good light, then they'll try to find a way to agitate, and they'll try to get a group to be the same thing as agitation. But I don't know if there's I don't know about people that shoot and stuff. Of course, I don't know. I don't know a lot of hunters and stuff. But most of the people that I knew that hunted, they were pretty friendly to everybody. But then there's people that aren't friendly, that are a part of popular groups and stuff like that. That they think that whatever, untouchable or whatever like that. And that's maybe thinking untouchable in my sense is like, you don't want to be around them. But somebody else with a different view, or think they're going to be talking, their actions are going to be for everybody. Oh, they think they're so good. They think they're untouchable, and so that person, some attitude that nobody has isolated yet gets a hold of that, and they think, well, I'm going to do this for everybody. I'm going to shoot up the school for everybody because nobody likes those people, and they don't, and those people are like discriminatory to everybody. So I'm going to, and that's got to be what the attitude is, because that's most of the stuff. And anyway, it's my opinion on the subject.